All right, so we're about to open here in about 30 seconds. Again, kind of my line in the sand area is probably that 68 to 70 area, very close to Carlos's, kind of that 315 area on NASDAQ. Want to see, are we going to push and build below it, get acceptance, and then push lower, or are we going to get a bid out of that zone, try to push back higher? And we're open.
Keep on it.
What's up?
Oh, is the market even open? Still feels like pre-market.
No, she's open. She's starting to chop around a little bit.
It's really slow.
The NASDAQ is below the overnight low. ES has not been able to get to it. I am watching the 457 area on NASDAQ, as we had a lot of bid come in there at that time. We're currently trading below it. There's the overnight low break on the S&P. I want to see them push and build, create ledges, or are they going to recover the overnight low?
A lot of selling volume into this on the way down, which usually tells me that at some point they're going to start ripping it up. I'm going to wait till that 66, see what happens.
Right now they're just currently building ledges and pushing lower. It's a pretty substantial ledge at 68, still continuing to push. You're beginning to, what did we get to? We got right there to 420 area on NASDAQ. On the S&P, if we push higher, I'd want to see it on the RTH profile basically break up above this 70 area, probably push to about 74, 75, and then back test the 70 to push higher and potentially go to the 86 or something like that. We did get a pullback and back test that 70 area, the overnight low. And it looks like they're trying to transact lower, push it harder. NASDAQ is having some bids come in at this 430 area. Looks like they want to try to hold this, but I wouldn't look to long this until ES correlates with it. ES is looking more bearish. Kind of the 64.75 area is building a ledge. Continue to push. I think it wants yesterday's point of control in the 60. Would not be looking to buy this at all. If you're in a short, no real reason to get out. Let it continue pushing. You still have ledgy lows on the ES. I'd look for continuation to push down, clean that up. NASDAQ is still fighting this low volume area right here.
Order filled.
Yes, looks like it still wants to push lower. It's starting to get a small delta flip or delta rotation.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
NASDAQ is starting to get some positive delta coming in. ES still looks ledgy on the lows. Look for that to be cleaned up. Kind of that 6350 area on ES is a ledge. You want to see it continuing to transact lower. I still expect it to hit previous day point of control in that 60 area. NASDAQ seems to be putting up a fight right here in this low volume area. But with the ES pushing lower, I would anticipate NASDAQ to roll down lower.
Order filled. ES went down to 62.25. Did not touch previous day point of control at 60 area. Kind of got a LVN right there in that 66, 67 area. As long as we're trading below that, still look bearish. Still below the overnight low. NQ's transacting deeper into this with ES pushing lower. I expect NQ to push down deeper. There's the push. I'd want to see 360 area on NASDAQ, somewhere within this volume of 380 to 350. Same thing with ES. I want it to go touch this point of control at 60. Looks like it's still continuing to build ledges on the lows.
Order filled. Order submitted.
ES still has ledges on the lows. Still look for that to be cleaned up. ES starting to push a little bit higher. Still look for that overnight low to be respected. NQ still playing in this interesting area where potential bid could come in.
I got someone mowing behind me, Dari. Sorry, I'm helping you with the
Nah,
conversation.
dude, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
NQ is starting to flip the delta. ES, you can see a delta rotation coming in as well. Still again, I'm looking at the overnight low area to be respected till we get above the overnight low area on ES, and then a back test of it to push higher. And if we back test the overnight low area, I'd look to push higher and trade toward this 90 area. Two and a quarter to 60, so it's 9 ticks away from yesterday's point of control. I really wanted it to go hit it.
Order filled.
NQ is starting to try to push back out of its area. NQ has had a pretty good passive wall in the 430 and then the 456. So definitely right here, area of resistance. If we get above that, back test, push higher to Globex point of control or full session point of control in the 68 area. Still got to get above the 30 if NQ is going to push, and I would like ES to get above the overnight low to provide the confluence. ES is approaching the overnight low area. NQ is just breached that LV in and starting to push higher. I want to see it come to this 70 area if it can do it. But ES has got to get responsiveness above the overnight low. NQ and ES both at the overnight low area. I want to see that delta to keep pushing. See if we can breach above it. Get a full rotation higher. They're both above the overnight low.
There's a reaction that we expected at 66, below 66.
We just had some selling come in at this 42. 442 on NASDAQ.
Order filled.
All right, closing my position on NASDAQ. You had 70.50. That's right there at that overnight low. You just had quite a few offers come in at the 70.50. ES went a little bit deeper than I wanted it to, with the break below the overnight low, below that low volume node. I wanted to see it push to the 60 previous day point of control, but it didn't. Kind of my area was looking at the about the 66 to 70 area. Overnight low is being responsive. They're defending it. Got 5 more minutes till A period closure. NQ is getting more and more aggressive, trying to push higher. Now if we close this 30-minute bar all the way up here, I would look for rotation up, because that's a hell of a wick on that. NQ was responsive in the area I wanted. ES pulled deeper, did not hit the point of control, which is boo, garbage. But ultimately, same thing on ES. We get this A period closure all the way up here. I'd be watching this A period high. If we reach above, I'd be looking to trade this across value to the 80 area, 85.
Double algo.
NQ's already breaching its highs. Broke above that 30 liquidity, passive liquidity. Back tested it. Now it's pushing higher. The last area was the 55 area for 455 on NASDAQ, where it had some passive liquidity holding it down. We got about 2 minutes before the period change, so just be aware of that. And 73.50 is the A period high. Meanwhile, NQ is trading at its highs and pushing a little bit more. Got about 10 seconds till period close. NQ extremely bullish, respecting its area, pushing higher. ES still trading at this overnight low area. They're just having awareness of that. If ES back tests, I would like ES to stay above this 67 area. Push higher than A period high. Again, ES would just be looking for responsive activity out of this low volume area plus the full session value area low to push these highs. NQ is breaching higher. NQ's on its tear. I would look for it to go to this 90 area, 490. Yeah, still holding the overnight low. Let's see, can it get traction and push higher than this A period high? NQ pushing back down. I'd like for it 45 to 50 where that passive liquidity was at. Hold higher. Yes, again, it pulls volume area 7s area higher to breach A period high. Test A period high. Wicked above A period high. Session point. Building higher. It respected the 50 area. NQ actually came down about 53.50. Respected it higher. Pushing. Building higher. ES still continuing to push and build, applying nothing but positive delta. ES still holding above 8-period high. See ES grind up another 4 points, get this 80 point of control. Got about 15 minutes for B period, and then the initial balance is set. NASDAQ falling back into A period. Getting some selling right here, right into this 75 area. Still not really looking to short any of this. We're back above my areas of reference. I'll be watching that 50 area on NASDAQ. 450. Falling back to A period. ES. We fall back below this 50 area on NASDAQ. I can see that just kind of balancing to 150. Still look for responsiveness in this 66 area on ES if we end up pulling down.
Nice little push, but
The push is
she
a
did
little
it like very,
lackluster.
yeah, like very grindy and very slow. Not very much aggression. So
I don't
I
like
think they're still
how
waiting. Yeah.
the push down did not hit previous day point of control at 60. I really want this push up to hit 80.
Hmm. 80 is definitely doable. That's going to be the roughly the 50% retracement from the high to the low, the high of the um market there when we had the news. That's going to be like the value area for the shorts
ES pulled
of
down a little bit
80.
into A period. It seemed to be respecting it. It was just slower coming in. NASDAQ got another push down into about the 55 area. It seems to be
Hmm.
expecting to push the highs.
think maybe we get to the 80 to 84. 84 is going to be about this 61, 62 retracement.
Yeah, I can
We
see us
may get
pushing all
more
the way up to the
action up there.
80, 80, 85 area. I can see that side coming in.
Yeah.
Value area high, kind of high volume edge right here, 788. Same thing on NASDAQ. That's what I was saying. Is this tail right here, just like on ES? I mean, that just looks like an exhausted push. When pushed higher, come down. So if you enter in a long, I'd be looking to take profit somewhere. I expect responsive this area to try to push it back down. Same thing on somewhere with
Mm-hmm.
500, could even 520. That. Or I mean, if you're in a long 67 area, you take off the majority of your one running, see if it can breach hold. Hey, all for that. See if it can break higher. Retesting. Continue.
If we do get a a pullback, I expect the pullback to be nasty, like a nasty one, like just a nice little swish down, not break the lows, and then go for that level. I'm gonna see if we get that opportunity.
I don't think we have any other news.
Yeah, what was it? Steve mentioned, and I see on the news, 30-year bond auction at 1 o'clock. That could cause a little bit of a
Yeah, the 30-year
little shake
bond
and
auction
bake.
could shake it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Did it last time too. Maybe a little shake and bake.
Ultimately, I just took one trade today right here in this NASDAQ, which I think my entry was the 409. Yeah, 409.50.
Yep.
That's the only real trade I got.
Took a small entry around 65 on ES.
Yeah.
It's just because I had the level of 66. I waited for the shorts to get screwed, and then I took it above that on the footprint chart. And then I got out way too soon, though. I took about 5 points, and then I trailed it, and then I got tagged, and then it just ripped. Hindsight, I should have just took some off and then gone break even, but that was a really good entry. But the way it was selling off of that news, I figured that we were gonna go lower to that 52 level.
Yeah, I still don't like how it's just sad in my world. Volume profile world did not hit it. Right,
It's
right
just
there. I mean,
sad.
that's just, if it would have hit that, I'd have just been so much happier. That 60, that point of control.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I know you
awareness
and
I
Steve were
did
both talking
have.
about that 60.
Yeah, I mean, the awareness I did have is like previous day's point of control on NASDAQ was way at the top. No patterns show if the point of control's up here, typically you lead to higher. So,
Yeah.
the awareness on the split distribution. Yeah, if you're in any longs or anything, I would be looking, or at least trail. I mean, somewhere in this 490, 500 area on NASDAQ because you're getting
that high volume edge. So, like I was saying, you expect some sort of responsiveness in here to potentially push it back down, cause rotation, balance. ES is still pushing ledges upon the highs. It's looking like it wants to go higher. It may just take all weekend to do it. Oh, we got selling coming in right there. 88 area. 5 area. Got pretty aggressive on. Which you could have been profit taking. Somebody just dumping their position that acquired it at a lower price. Alright, sorry about that. Looks like you're getting some responsive selling in this 90 area, 80 to 90 area on NASDAQ. Seems like they want a rotation back down. ES has pushed up to 79.50. That's sad yet again to hit 80. Well, but with B period coming to a close, we got about 3 minutes. I'd be looking at it as that B period high. Are we going to respect B period high and then just balance between A and B period high and low, so the initial balance? Your point of control on the RTH profile is still all the way down here at 64.50. I have awareness on that. Same thing on NASDAQ. Your point of control is all the way down at 419 on the RTH profile. You got about 30 seconds till period close. We have our initial balance set, so I'd be looking for that. We're going to break higher above initial balance, hit the 80 area that I want, and push higher. ES closed with a pretty bullish candle on the 30-minute. NQ's kind of balanced, but I had a pretty aggressive push up during A period. Again, I'd still be looking, just providing cautious into the long around that 500 area. Same thing on ES. If we push to this 84-ish, just be cautious and awareness of where you are, high time frame. I do think I'm going to close down shop and call it for the day. Unless anybody's got any questions or anything.
Oh, nice work, Darty. Sorry it was a little slow today, man. It's kind of hard to talk about moving like this, brother. So,
And it's
maybe
no
better
biggie.
days.
No biggie. Give a little spin besides a scout model for people. Just kind of talking about the profiles and what I see higher time frame. All right, everyone. Trade safe, trade smart.
Sure. Have a good day, brother.
You too, man.